Okay, so gonna get a bit supernatural on these glyphs. As you might have noticed, there's some kind of abnormal looking creatures, to say the least. This is one of them. I call this the gremlin, just because that's the way it looks. And yeah, so why this one, among others, kind of grabbed my attention is because of this energetic realm just behind the layer of our everyday normal perception that seems to exist. And a lot of people think those layers are thinning. So we see frequency connections with magnetic excursion for one. What else we got? Grand solar minimum we're in, and they seem to be recording moments like this that relate to this on the rock walls, and the kind of creatures and entities that appear and what happens to normal animals as well. And they start to show how things mutate even in normal animals. Things like viruses and parasites being triggered. I showed them in my other glyph videos. But these animals, these are something else. These are things that you see on the energetic planes, because they have been starting to appear there. I'm basically saying, yeah, I've seen them myself more than one occasion. And it's the same with these DMT experiences, the entities you witness. They're repeatably. So the experiment is able to be repeated. That should be legitimate science. That's one of their main staples. So it's interesting that these gremlins appear now. These things like these Akashic records or imprints, with plasma having its own DNA-like structure, if that's what these things are made of, partially. We know DNA can store information, and that is, it seems to be returning on the energetic planes, along with these things becoming more active and visible than usual. So they're bringing this with them, and yeah, I've seen the flyers. They're hitting the astral as well, but I've seen them there before all this was going down. Okay, so we've got gremlins. So at one time, I'm assuming these things existed. Now they haven't attacked them. I was going through a few forests or heavily forested areas, even close to some city-like structures. Nice solid dream, as they say, or whatever. And these things are just rather beastly, more intense than the gremlins in the movies. They didn't attack. They were watching me, all of them. There was countless. I was in amongst them. They could have attacked, they could have torn me apart at any time, and it's strange that they didn't. If they come across the hounds on the fucking astral plane, they'll fucking tear you apart. But these things, it was strange. I don't know. It's like they haven't they're just there on some level of existence. There's a record of them there. And here we see, like, I don't think the humans were around, the people that did this were around at the time these creatures were there, but they're seeing the records because they had access to it, so they have to depict it. And you will see dinosaur like images and stuff like that too. So at one time these things were like charge of the natural world. I don't know what they've become now. They seem to have gone against programming or whatever, or original design. So gotta watch out for a lot of them. And just as they showed how it triggered things in animals, there's things in our DNA too, they're just like that, so watch out for that in the future. So I'll show you another one. We've been discussing the worm. We've got a worm that's gotten more. So you see there's different versions of the worm in here as well, all over the walls. It's got its outstretched arms, it's a leg, walking thing, a bit zombie-like, its arms out, but nonetheless it's gaining consciousness, and who knows what it can become. So, they have their own forms and evolutions, and like I said, combined beings. In studies of consciousness, like numbers of, even like various numbers of things can be considered one conscious entity. Looked at totems, stuff like that. And it's interesting, like, the good thing about 5G, it gets people thinking about frequencies, like, there's things that can't be measured, and I know, like, these things definitely have an effect on the energy body, and that does, like, connect through DNA. Like, there's things like even viruses, like certain things they don't know about their transmissions and all this stuff, and what it comes down to is our tech is like pretty much dark tech. But I think 5G is just another thing to put in the grid to hit something else. But there's way worse things like CERN and stuff like that. Keep your eye on them. Doing their weird dark rituals in the courtyards and stuff, mock rituals as they like to do in public when they know people are watching. Okay, so back onto the worm. Yeah, Dreamcatcher style, if you've seen that movie by Stephen King. Alright, I think I've rounded that off. Just wanted to talk about the gremlins, like basically most likely did exist at one stage, were probably a result of a genetic manipulation. Like, these things started to we know of all sorts of genetic experiments on the records, so I don't think they're lying. There's different accounts globally, different entities. You can pretty much, if you go through it all, you can sort out the good from the bad if you just want to do it black and white. So yeah, who knows what the next vid will be. I'm thinking, where's this going? Don't know if I'll change subjects completely. The last three have been about glyphs. But yeah, check the other glyph videos, they're probably better. I don't know. Catch ya.